You are listening to Drag Dungeon. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, and Soundcloud. Welcome to Drag Dungeon with Jason and John. What's up, John?
What's up, Jay?
How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored as usual. How are you?
Same. I never know what to say after that. Like, I'm always like trying to come up with something witty. I'm like, well, and I always want to say I'm too stressed to be blessed. Like that.
You know what? Speaking of which, it is like we're bad at improv. Obviously, it would be a great. Every week we have a whole week to think about it, and we think of nothing. But
especially that.
I know there's somebody in my professional, quote unquote, professional life as a hooker, who every time I call her. Well, she asks how I'm doing, which I hate that. Like, we do it. It is a little joke, but how are you doing? And I'm like, fine. And then I feel like I have to say, how are you? Which I don't care, so I don't know why I'm asking. And she goes, oh, blessed, highly favored, walking in the light of the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. She adds the thank you, Jesus.
Oh, maybe I should do that.
I'm like, that's a lot, even for me who enjoys it as a joke. I'm like, that's a lot.
That's like adding... This is terrible. But like when Rue came out this episode of Drag Race and said something about the LGBT community and she left off the QIAA, walking in the light of God, the rest of it.
You know, I was wondering about that.
I know. I was like, hello, don't leave me out of this conversation, girl. But,
QIA. Wait, which letter are you now?
I think an A.
Well, you pick a letter and then we'll start a petition. Change.org.
An A for sure. One of the A's. There's a lot of letters, I know. It's a mouthful.
It is. Alphabets.
It's hard. Math is hard.
So what are you wearing? Are you wearing denim and diamonds right now?
Actually, I am wearing denim. The diamond is just the sparkle in my eyes and my pearly white teeth.
Just the light shining off a little piece of cum on your face.
Ew!
A little splattering.
Too far. Oh my god! We'll talk about that runway. I'm not going to have a lot to say because it is the worst runway maybe ever in the history of Drag Race.
I know, and you know what? I love the denim and diamonds theme because it's like super trashy, but in actualized, it's pretty awful.
Ugh, horrible. Not one. Like, I was trying to, like, watch and, like, which one do I like the best? I'm like, well, I hate them all. Well, which makeup do I like the best? Well, I hate it all. It was like,
they all look like clowns. Why are you wearing a breastplate? What is going on? Why does everybody have chaps on?
There was, like, a disconnect with the makeup and the outfits. They just did their drag makeup. And then, you know, the rest was cheap-looking crap. I don't even know what to call it. It was just so bad.
We were looking for an elevated denim and diamonds theme.
For sure, not something that looks homemade. Something that looks like who cares? Like, none of it left any impact to me at all. Not a single one. The only one, and this is like shocking a little bit, is Eureka's. I mean, she was the only one who did something that made herself look a little better with her, like, you know, shape of the lighter color and the darker color. It did give her a little bit more of a shape. That's all I got from that entire runway.
She was cute, but she looked like a Cabbage Patch doll. Like, she really played up the whole thing. I like how we just skip right to the runway. I liked this is how we should do all of them from now on.
Right.
I liked the Vixen the best. It was really pretty. But Rue and Michelle, everybody was like, oh, you should have cinched your waist, then it would have been amazing. And I was like, oh, yeah, it would have.
You know, a lot of that looked like if you've ever seen, like, any kind of doll clothing that's supposed to be denim that really isn't denim. Mm-hmm. It just looks like denim, but it's not really denim. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Faux denim. Like jeggings.
Well, I had, like, a Ken doll, like, from, you know, when I was little. And the pants weren't denim, but they looked like denim with, like, the stitching and the pockets and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I kind of got from, like, the Vixens and then Monet's crap. It looked like that's because it, like, was real flowy for denim. So
I think that counts. I think it's just the look of it because, honestly, denim is not a cute drapey fabric like we were talking about that quilted stuff last week. So I think as long as it looks like it, I think it would be okay. That's why, who's the pink girl? that went home.
Mayhem, who I'm now referring to as Mayhem.
Mayhem. Michelle was like, "Is that denim? I guess I'll take." And she's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Is it?
Is it? Is it really?"
I wanted Michelle to get up and go and probably have her house shoes on and go up on the stage and feel it.
Oh my God. Hilarious. Speaking of that, I was watching the video for Hey Kitty Girl. Have you seen it? Like
No.
the video from All Stars 3?
No.
Oh.
Well, you can describe it to me. Is
Well,
it?
The video's fine, but they get to this. There's a part where you see Michelle and I think Carson and maybe Ross, maybe.
I already know it's bad.
Yeah, in a makeup chair. And then they stand up and they like do like a little dance. Oh, Michelle.
Ooh.
Big as a house.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about body positivity.
I don't know. I just was like, whoa. I'm sorry. That's, I'm just being real with you. I'm being real with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, Michelle. But you know what? She, as many, including, Minnie, leaving other names out.
Oprah. You can say Oprah.
Okay, Oprah. Well, Rue did call her the White Oprah during this episode.
She sure did.
Megan. So, I'm not judging her as much as I'm just pointing out how kind of surprised I was.
Well, let me say this. Here's where you fucked up, Michelle. You cannot talk about losing weight because then, as a vegan, that the second you tell people you're vegan, everybody is the food police looking for you to fuck up and slip up and eat something that's, has some animal byproduct in it, right?
Yes.
So if you talk about losing weight, then the second you put on your 5 pounds of comfort or whatever it may be, 15, 20, 50, everybody's going to be looking at you saying, what happened to that cleanse you were on and podcasting about a year ago today?
Well, let me tell you. So I am vegan. I've been vegan for like almost 20 years. And I'm not a really slim, people kind of stereotype a vegan of being like somebody who's really skinny. Well, I'm not really skinny because I do enjoy eating. But I was at the doctor for a physical the other day, and I told him it was a new doctor, and I'm like, well, I'm vegan, so I don't have to really worry about my cholesterol. And he goes, yes, but vegan can be unhealthy if you overeat. I'm like, excuse me?
And you step off the scale. You're like, say that to my face.
Say that to my face, bitch. I went into a slap fight with my dentist, or my doctor, not dentist. Well, maybe my dentist too. But I have been clocked for somebody, you're vegan? Well, you're big. I've heard that. I'm like, I will kill you.
What? Well, first of all, you're not. And what the fuck? I don't think all vegans are super skinny.
Well, no, and at Michelle Visage. But, but when he said that, I was like, excuse me. He was like, no, that's not what I meant. He's like, I just mean you're not really super. I'm like, I'm gonna walk away from you before I snatch off your wig, bitch.
And I want my co-payment back, bitch.
Snap.
Motherfucker.
Well, before we dig in even further to Drag Race, we have to talk about this week is Camila Cabello.
Camila Cabello, whoever the hell you are. Have you seen her commercial for the hair care?
No, but I saw the shoe one.
Oh, she's good. Damn, people are just throwing money at this girl for no reason.
I don't get it. If someone listening doesn't know who that is, formerly of Fifth Harmony, was then Fourth Harmony, and now No Harmony.
But it's true. We broke them up.
We did. We predicted it. We made it happen with our minds. We're witches. So we're gonna go see Camilla on Tuesday, right? Tuesday? Yeah?
Tuesday, yeah. A very convenient day for a concert. Not, but whatever.
Right. For real. We're still drinking. Who cares if it's a work?
Oh, yeah. I'm staying down there.
You are? At the moonrise?
Yeah, I don't care. They can come stalk me. Come stalk me. Fuck me. I don't care.
The moonrise.
Well, I'll give you the room number. I'll tweet it out later.
Beef up security. That everybody knows. Yeah, so that's exciting. I wonder who's opening for her. Do you think she'll have an opening act?
Oh, I'm sure. I hope it's not like who was opening for Madonna, that DJ.
The one who died?
Is he dead? Didn't he die? We are so dumb.
That Avicii guy just died.
Oh, I did. That shocked me. I just saw that this morning, and it was like 4 days old. I'm like, wow, I'm late on the news. No, the old school DJ that opened for the MDNA tour.
Like Tracy Young or whatever?
No, it's a guy.
Oh.
Remember we were at the MDNA tour that we went to?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was DJ Jazzy Jeff. I have no idea who that
I
was.
don't either. It's somebody. It's really embarrassing. It's somebody who is like remixed everything on Earth. Like it's so obvious, yet we have no idea who it is. Okay. Anyway.
Bloodshy and Avant? No, I don't. I have no idea who it was.
No, but I don't know who would be opening for. It'd be funny if somebody else from Fifth Harmony or even Fifth.
That resting bitch face girl or the awoke. What did Bruce say during the episode? Not resting bitch face, awoke bitch face.
Oh my god, I love that.
That was hilarious.
I think Vixen said that. Didn't Vixen say that?
No, that was Rue. She was like something like
wide awoke bitch face. That is amazing.
So maybe it's that girl because she's doing some. They're all supposed to be doing some solo shit.
It's way too late. It's
Yep.
way too late. She already snatched up all your fans and all the fucks anybody ever had to give. No, but there's nothing left for you guys. Sorry.
She was smart to get out while she had.
Good luck
chance.
in stage production.
Well, today it marks the second anniversary of Prince's death.
Oh. Insert the party horn noise.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, you said anniversary.
Siren goes off. Yeah. I'm not a big person who likes to celebrate when people their deaths.
Right.
Not super into that. I'd rather do birthdays.
I think that's a good idea. It's bizarre to say it's been. That reminds me, I need to refill my prescription. Hold on. Let's make a note. Yeah, so what are you doing to celebrate listening? Just listening to Prince?
Changing my Facebook profile picture.
Did you put like a Prince symbol over it or something? I gotta look at it.
No, well, I do have that, but I put Prince up there all the time, and I always have, even before he died. But yeah, that's what I did, and I mean, that's what people do anymore. Like, Facebook is full of a bunch of couch, I don't know, what do you call those people who just
an armchair.
Armchair, whatever. That's
Fans. I'm totally an armchair fan because I'm lazy, number one. I barely want to leave my house unless it's for a bad concert.
Well, people like their activism, armchair activism. That's what I was trying to think of, even though that's not the Prince Death thing. But people will share something and feel like they're making a difference in the world. It's like
right, like retweeting something with your 12 followers. That's not actually doing anything right. Like at least make a small donation or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do share a lot of there's some animal related stuff that I post, and I'm like, this is what I do. This is as far as I go for other than my life and people around me and all that stuff. I mean, there's something there, but I don't go marching, Well,
at least you have an established platform. Like mine is support the arts, which is very broad. I feel like I'm doing that right now. So yours is animals and Prince.
You're supporting the arts right now? Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, I'm creating the arts. Yes.
I had this feeling, inside.
Supporting, sitting on the arts, whatever.
Well, also today is Record Store Day, which I usually, it's one of my activities I do every year is Record Store Day. Have you ever done anything for that?
No, I'm not quite old enough to remember what that is.
What's a record?
What's a record?
I've broken records before, but I don't know what that is. No, today is National Record Store Day. It's where record stores have releases that are specific for this day. There was a couple Madonna things. Mm-hmm. There was a picture disc of her first album, which is okay, not very exciting. This year wasn't very exciting. I didn't even go. I didn't even go. It was
well, there's only one in St. Louis, right? Vintage Vinyl?
There's several. Vintage Vinyl, Euclid Records.
Oh, damn.
There's a record store, it's everywhere. Lots of people, and they have live bands and music and food and stuff usually.
So the whole thing. How many more years till they just give up on that? Well, actually, records have come back. Now it's a novelty thing. People, I mean, I have a turntable. I've used it twice.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Mm-hmm. I'm like Spinderella from Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, they'll still do it forever. I mean, there's all kinds of hipsters. They're never going away.
Oh, that's true. They just take up so much space. Well, the hipsters too, but I'm talking about actual records. Like, who wants to store crap anymore? Especially with all the small living, the trend of small house, tiny little houses.
Have you seen those shows where they like build those houses like
Yeah, and
they're
I'm
like
always concerned about the bathroom situation because you never see one. And I'm like, where are you all going to the
yeah,
bathroom?
yeah, the bathroom is not included in the house.
I'm
The
like, I'm
bathroom
fine.
is the woods.
I'm fine with climbing a ladder to get to bed, but where can I wash my hands? Oh, well, we didn't plan for that.
Right when it rains.
Living like Nell.
Like no, Kate in the wind, chickapee.
That movie was so awful.
So I agree with Record Store Day. I love it. Last year when I bought a bunch of stuff, they had a bunch of Prince singles. But you know what? It's in a closet. You know, it's like
In a
buy
Prince, oh
it.
my god, it's like a Prince closet, like lined in purple
Oh no,
velour.
but that sounds fantastic. I
It
should consider
does.
that. I do have a lot of shit. Well, and speaking of that, remember we talked about eBay and like how we turned to eBay. I turn to you.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
when there's like nothing happening.
Uh huh.
So after
What'd
we
you
talked,
find?
well, I totally snapped, and I'm like, ended up buying a bunch of shit on eBay. Like, okay, so I bought a Prince thing. I bought the Madonna Fever single that's like the Germany or whatever. It has like 8 remixes on it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And I bought the Love Don't Live Here Anymore from 1995 with like 9 or 10 remixes on it.
I like
These are
that
things.
song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which it really annoyed me that she didn't re-record it for something to remember, but whatever. It's
Oh,
exactly the same.
were those all re-records?
Well, no, but she released it as a single.
Oh, okay.
So wouldn't you think you would re-record it if you're going to release it as a single or something? Why would you release the recording from like 1984 as a single
I don't know.
in 1995?
I guess I never realized where that even came from originally because it was a compilation, right?
Yeah, it's from Like a Virgin.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's okay. So the piece de resistance is, guess what I got?
The SEX book.
Yes, I did. It's not here yet. I did buy it now with, what's the one where you like best offer? It was like $100, which isn't bad, and it's got the
No.
CD, the comic, the packaging. It looks really good shape.
Oh my, that sounds almost too good to be true. Well, you had to go and buy it because you went and announced to the world. You reminded everybody that they needed to buy it. So you
I
had to
know.
get ahead of it before
Right,
people
before the
listen to our
price-
episode.
For sure, prices get jacked up, and I can't pay $1,000 for that. Shoot.
Now, did
So,
you
yeah,
pay and with PayPal or Bitcoin?
I paid with Monopoly money.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the same as Bitcoin?
I think so. I know somebody who bought some Bitcoin, something like not even actual Bitcoin, like a bootleg Bitcoin. And I'm like, so where do you spend this?
I'm not really sure what that is. I know what chocolate coins are.
Oh, I love those.
But I don't know what a Bitcoin even is.
I watched the whole documentary on Netflix about it, and at the end of it, I still had no idea. I just knew I need some.
That's all you need.
I
You just
don't
need
know.
it.
I don't know about it. I just know I need to get some.
It's like QVC. I don't need that, but I want it.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm so glad you reminded me. I do love the shopping channel. Look, I know that's a very outdated, elderly thing to do, old white ladies, but I love the shopping channel. I love it. So guess who is on the Home Shopping Network today?
Oh my God. Don't say Mariah Carey.
I wish. No. Almost as fun, but Isabella Rossellini.
What?
On there selling her new Lancome Regenery Multi-Glow. I'm looking at it right now. Face cream. The potion, basically. She's on the Home Shopping Network selling the potion for your face.
I thought she was like mad at them because they kicked her out because she was too old to be
Well-
their like spokesperson.
Well, here's the thing, because they did fire her like 20 years ago or whatever. So now she's 65. I am 65 years old. Check, okay? So she did start out the presentation with that story saying, Lancome, and it almost felt a little shady. I'm like, did she run this by them? Because apparently they fired her when it had a male CEO. Now they have a female CEO, and she called her a couple years ago and said, please come back. And so it's like this female empowerment thing, and she's like, Lancome fired me. They told me I was too old, but now I'm back. And I swear to God, people, they started taking calls, and everybody that called was like, I was so mad when Lancome fired you for being so... Yes. Like, I was so mad they fired you for being so old. And she's like, thank you. I feel like it's a win for both of us. Next caller, they're like, oh my God, you look so good for being so old. I was so mad 20, 30 years ago when they fired you. Every call. It was very entertaining. So, no, as I started to feel myself wanting to buy the potion, I had to change the channel because I'm like, I'm not spending $80 for face cream. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend
Even
that
for
much,
me.
you guys will get MDNA.
Exactly, and that's obviously that really works, and it comes with a syringe. So Isabella's on that. I'm 65. She's still younger than she was in Death Becomes Her, but she still does look pretty good.
No, excuse me. She does look good, but I mean, I don't know. I think about this and I think of when they gave Vanessa Williams, they apologized to her on TV, the Miss America.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it when that happened? They apologized to her. It was real awkward.
It was, because did they like hand her flower? No, wait, her mom was in the audience and they like were like, Mrs. whatever Williams. We're like, we're sorry to you too.
Yeah, it was totally awkward. Like, I'm sure like so many people did. Well, maybe they all knew what was going on, but I was like, what if you didn't know? You're like, what the fuck is happening here?
And then she's like, and now a ballad for my new album. I think they should have done a slideshow of an iMovie slideshow of her X-rated photos, her nudes from Hustler in the background as she sang her power ballad.
That would have been amazing. And then her like flipping off the camera, flipping off the camera a different way, more nudes.
And then Queen of the Night by Whitney Houston comes on.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. But the right stuff, her song, the right stuff.
Yeah.
Good. So speaking of performances by female artists, did you hear that Beyonce was at Coachella?
Who you say?
I know. I was like, really?
She's doing it again today.
I've only heard it 500 fucking times since it happened. I'm like, please stop. You can't escape it. Freaking NPR was on and they were talking about it. I'm like, who cares, first of all? And second of all, Madonna did Coachella before. Prince has done Coachella. This is not the first time there's been pop stars on that stage. They're acting like she freaking created the wheel here.
Yeah, remember when Madonna vomited into Drake's mouth? Now that was groundbreaking.
Oh, where she kissed him? Well,
she fed him like a baby bird.
Yeah, that was the scandal for that one. And Prince's scandal was he covered Radiohead's Creep, and then people tried to post it online, and he was like threatened to sue. Take that down. And Radiohead's like, no, that ain't your song.
Oh my God. See, they were groundbreaking and cutting edge by doing scandalous or, bizarre, weird things. Beyonce's just, her scandal is being just a solid performer. And that's not okay with me.
I know. It's true. I'm not saying Beyonce isn't a great performer, but people just get so carried away. Like Wendy Williams saying that she's like the greatest entertainer ever, better than Madonna, Prince, Michael Jackson, everyone. I'm like, that you step too far, girl.
No, I don't get it either. I am not into it. I know we talk about this all the time, but I don't get the Beyonce thing. She's not interesting to me. I don't even like a lot of the music.
She is one who, in her defense, she hasn't done a lot of reinvention, and she's still been successful. She's basically been the same.
Yeah, I feel like she's even had the same expression on her face for like the past 5 years. Just kind of like indifference.
I agree. And she's always had that soft-spoken voice, and then she comes out and does what she does. Oh, the singer. Yeah, I don't know.
That was a turning point because that's when people either latched on for dear life or like us were like, get me the fuck out of here. I never want to hear this song again.
Jump ship. For sure. Yeah, I don't get it either, but whatever.
And then when Liza Minnelli sang that Single Lady song in the Sex and the City movie, I was like, where is the fire exit?
Oh my God, that is, burn that shit down. No, ma'am. That was super terrible. So before we talk about Drag Race, there's a little piece of Drag Race news we have got to discuss.
Are you sure?
With Robbie Turner.
Oh, yeah. So
what the fuck was that all about? So supposedly, if you haven't heard, just Google Robbie Turner. Well, Turner. She supposedly was in a car accident in her Uber, And she said she woke up and she found out her Uber driver was killed, but because she wore a seatbelt, she came out without a scratch.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah, because I read that and I was like, how did she come out? Like, I was surprised when I read that. Like, I was skeptical. But then supposedly now Uber's like, we don't got nothing on this. And even her, like, the bar that she works at or whatever, because, yeah, I guess maybe she was coming home from there or something. They're like, there's some discrepancies here.
They're like, she walks home.
Right. She walks home. She has a bicycle. What are you talking about? But they're like, there's some discrepancies, so she's going to take some time off.
Oh, they did? Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Yeah. They like...
How embarrassing if you made that up. First of all, it would be very easy to prove. There would be a report somewhere, which are public record. Just get that damn report and prove us wrong if it's true.
Yeah, I don't know why. And why she had to go... I don't know. I don't get it.
Because first of all, if you're a victim, which she would be in that situation,
you
are entitled to some insurance money. And these broke ass eliminated first week queens or whatever week she was, they're struggling for some change. So she would be more than ready to get the copy of that report, file the claim or whatever, and get her money. I know I would be, especially if it's a drunk driver. Come on.
Well, yeah, she's not the first, like, celebrity to say they did something that they didn't do.
Oh, you fast and loose with the celebrity.
I don't have celebrity.
We're just calling everybody a celebrity now.
Well, if you Google her name, something comes up.
Well, okay, let me Google your ass. See what comes up.
Nothing comes up. Mm-hmm. Except for, because I got all that shit removed.
All your nudes from the pre-Miss America days.
That was right. My shit's been pulled from X2. No.
Liz, get on that.
So Robbie Turner, we hope you get better. We hope you're not too poor and you can't go to the same place Mariah Carey goes whenever she loses her mind.
I hope that kilowatt smile wasn't harmed during the making, the accident.
Right? I mean, how much did that cost you? You don't want to...
Caps for Queen. I get that Asia O'Hara makeover with the teeth. That would be fantastic.
Oh, or Jiggly Caliente. She has those little tiny teeth.
Yeah, the tiny tooth makeover.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. We've been working for years to get Caps for Queens off the ground, and it is finally happening. Thank God.
That's right. I'm like, dentist to the drag queens.
That's another one of our platforms.
Yeah, dentist for drag queens. We're going to make it happen because, so many of these bitches need it, for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean...
Priorities. How much did you spend on that outfit? Okay.
Priorities. Choices.
See me with them hands.
Okay, so you want to talk about Drag Race a little bit?
I mean, just a little.
Just a little bit more. So, what do you think of this Eureka versus Vixen fake-ass drama?
Okay, well... I don't know, because I thought we were supposed to hate Aquaria and Miss Cracker, but I guess that didn't pan out the way they were hoping.
No.
So, Eureka versus Vixen, it does feel... Of course, I missed Untucked last week, so I only saw the little recap of the drama this week on Untucked. But,
it was real forced.
It's real forced. I don't feel like anybody hates each other enough, which is unfortunate, because Vixen, I was really counting on you to bring it.
Yeah, It's going to happen still. I mean, probably the episode that she gets eliminated on, I bet during the Untucked, she fucking snaps in half. That's the thing. I bet she tells everybody off. Like,
you don't think she's going to win?
I do not think she is going to win.
Well, who do you think is going to win?
Well, I still think Cracker is heading towards the crown.
Me too.
Because she's not fucking up. She's not. At least her runway look was different than everybody else's.
It was real good. Okay, sorry. No, I jumped right into that. But yeah, it's really whack, like the Eureka and Vixen. First of all, Eureka, she's doing better than I thought she would, honestly. And I just don't need to hear her talking all the time, because that makes me not like her as much.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that need to just stop talking. Makes you appreciate the quieter ones, for sure.
It really does.
Mm. So the mini challenge this week was drag up the contents of a government issue. I'm like, it's like painful to say this because that was a really terrible mini challenge.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Last week's episode I really enjoyed. I watched it more than once, more than twice. I think I watched it 3 times. But this time I'm like, I can't even talk about the mini challenge. It was just so boring.
It was pretty boring. Wait, what was it? You just told
Right.
me and I forgot already.
That's what I'm saying. They have to transform themselves into an army of fierce drag queens.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, some of the best, I think, like Asia was, I like her purple camouflage thing.
Oh, don't even try. They were all the same. We can't go into this. They were all the same.
Were.
I don't know. I thought there was going to be at least like a stupid guest host to come in. Like they had Andy Cohen come in. Like where was the stupid guest host to come in and have some dumb commentary that contributed absolutely nothing to the conversation? Where was LaToya Jackson? They keep mentioning her. Can you just bring her out already?
Oh my god, if she'd have come out in camouflage and been like part of that whole thing, that would have been amazing.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Toy.
Oh my god, her reality show on the OWN channel was so good. I wish it was still on. Life with Life with LaToya.
Aw, she's so adorable. She's one of the few Jacksons that came out, like, at least you care about.
Oh, I thought you were going to say normal. I'm like, that is none of them.
No, not normal. That you at least care about her. Where you get to see, like, all Jermaine and Tito and them. You're like, please go away.
Oh, and their shoe polish hair.
Oh my god, because you know they tried to tour as the Jacksons unsuccessfully. Like, without Michael, of course, obviously.
Not even a hologram?
Not even a hologram. No. Terrible.
How dreadful. Now, LaToya, she could totally do a tour and we'd be there.
Well, we'd be the only ones there.
It'd be fantastic. It'd be a command performance.
Right. She would get the standing ovation of everybody just loved me in that room. How many people were there? Two.
I could see her going to the royal wedding.
Me? Okay. Now, wait.
I feel like there's a way.
But I don't know that I want to see it. What would you think she would wear? I see her in a big hat with a big flower on it or something, like flower. You know what I mean? I see some sort of like
Easter. one of her little captain of the boat hats. Yeah. Or maybe just a miniature version, so it's a fascinator. I don't know.
Oh, like on the side of her head, a hat.
There's like, you could connect her. She's like the Kevin Bacon of the music industry. Everybody comes back. It all comes back to LaToya at some point.
She's like the sun and everybody just revolves around her. Okay, so the main challenge, the queens are going to appear as crazy-ass guests on talk show Bossy Rossi, which is hilarious because people online were like, Ross should get his own talk show. I'm like, he had one and you did not watch it, apparently.
I love that too. And they made sure, and Bossy Rossi was such a stupid name. I'm like, they had to pick something because he's still holding out hope that he gets another show probably. So he's like, it can't be the Ross show or something.
I didn't hate his show on VH1 when it was on.
No, I like him. I just didn't. I couldn't get. It was like in the round seating. It was bizarre.
Yeah, it's just an example of just because you can doesn't mean you should sort of thing.
Yeah, they were. E was trying to take Chelsea.
Was it E or VH1?
I think it was E.
It was E because it was Chelsea lately, and he was on that, and then he kind of got a show from that. Right.
Yeah, and they tried to do the same thing with Whitney Cummings, and it didn't work. They were just desperate because Chelsea was leaving, and they were like, we have to keep this going with somebody from the show, and none of it worked.
Yeah, didn't they, Chelsea and What's-Her-Face, hate each other at the end?
Who?
Chelsea and the other one you mentioned.
Oh, Whitney Cummings?
Yeah, they like hated each other at the end.
I don't know. I think they're probably like frenemies. You know, like us.
Yeah, like, I know, I fucking hate you. Okay, so they had to work in pairs, and since Vixen won the mini challenge, she got to set the pairs up. This was so non-drama.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like,
we did mention that Vixen did win that mini challenge for some reason. Yeah,
because nobody cares. But it was just so, like, you thought she was going to really shake it up, and, like, her plan was to put Aquaria with Eureka. I'm like, this is not exciting.
No. Who would you pair it up differently? I'm trying to think.
Well, she should put Cracker with Aquaria. I mean, at least that's something.
Yeah. But then there's the chance they could have like mended fences or something.
That's true.
I'm thinking.
But go ahead.
I'm thinking. Damn, I keep forgetting her name. Mayhem.
Oh, Mayhem.
Yeah, like maybe Mayhem and. Well, who was she actually with?
She was with Cracker.
I was thinking her and Cameron Michaels.
Oh, okay.
Would be a sure fail.
Yeah.
Like there's no way they would come up with anything.
Well, the thing is them failing would be way more entertaining than the actual challenge itself.
Yeah. Okay, let's just... how do I say this? It's not offensive. Oh, that's not my job. Okay, so let's just say that I feel like the brown girls have an advantage because this is a very Maury Povich situation. And everybody knows that black people are funnier on that show. They just are. So all the white people kind of lean toward white trash, which isn't as funny. It's just not.
Right, and what's your face?
Except for, not everybody. I'm saying like Cameron did try to do that.
Like Monique, she was the contestant that's on those shows. She didn't quite get there acting wise, but she did what happens on that show.
And was very, very funny. And that's also what Keep the Change tried to do, but not as successfully.
I don't even remember what she did. Well, we know that the categories, we don't have to go into all the categories, but there's I think the best like idea out of all of them, like the pickle one was stupid. I think I'm a Sexy Baby was like the best. Like if I read these and like which one would you want to do, I'd be like the baby one.
Totally. I'm afraid of a pickle. Like Miss Cracker did the absolute most with that. I'm like that to me that was not even funny, and she made it funny.
No, and I Married a Cactus was not funny either.
Because there's one joke you can make about that, the prick thing, which everybody thought of and said over and over.
Only joke they made. Yeah, for sure. Why You So Obsessed with Me was too vague. Like, that's too vague for this sort of thing. Unless you should come out like one person dresses Mariah Carey and the other one dresses Eminem, because you know that's who supposedly that song is about. Right. Mariah Carey, Why You Obsessed?
I love that song.
Yeah, me too. So that'd have been good. But I really was disappointed that the Vixen and Asia were going to be Aquaria and Cracker, and they made it like it's going to be this big scandalous thing, and then they come out and do it, and I'm like, what happened? I'm like, you did not deliver with this.
No, nobody would ever get... I think that title of that show, Obsessed with Me, that was obviously designed or planned for if Aquaria and Cracker were put together, but they weren't, so they should have just scrapped it and picked something else.
Right, or think if they would have been together, Cracker and Aquaria, and they would have done that. That would have been like...
Then it would have been great, because that's what it was for, but they didn't, so they should have picked something else.
Yeah, I didn't really love that. I guess probably the highlight of the challenge is whenever Blair St. Clair and Monique were screaming Vanjie in each other's faces.
Oh my god. I would just like to say that we were totally right. Vanjie is still on the show. Even though she's not there, her presence is known. She's haunting every one of these episodes. Vanjie.
She ain't dead. Or did she die?
Didn't she die? Miss Vanjie.
So that was probably the highlight.
I love that was their safe word. And it's like, how can you say it and not... It's automatically going to make everything funnier.
Right. We should just use that in life. That's why when you say to me, you say that you're blessed and stuff, I should, how you doing? Vanjie. That's
Miss Vanjie.
That'll be my safe word when I can't think of nothing else. So it's time for the runway. The judges are Carrie Preston, whom I loved from True Blood. She did not mention.
I love that too, but I liked her in, because I haven't watched Claws yet. I've only seen the first episode. But she was on The Good Wife a bunch, and I always loved her on that.
Yeah, I think she's great. And then your favorite, Shania Twain.
Whatever.
I know, you hate her guts.
I don't hate her. Although she looked bored as hell the whole time. Maybe that's just all the shit she's had put in her face, but she looks so bored.
Well, she was probably a little embarrassed that that's where her career has come to. She used to be the biggest country star ever, and she could belch and everybody threw money at her, and now she's a guest judge in Drag Race.
I didn't even think of that. I keep forgetting that this is like a really embarrassing show.
Yes, it's still not something that is super. I mean, if it was, you would see Madonna on there. You would see like
That's true.
Nicole Kidman. You would see Meryl Streep. You would see
Oh my God.
all of these people. But you don't. You see, like what has been a highlight of this season? People you don't even know who they are.
If you're not invited to the Academy Awards, like you're not a guest on Drag Race. Thanks for bringing it back down for us.
I'm trying to think of who are some of the saddest guests they've ever. We should do that. I'm gonna come up with a list of the saddest.
Oh, that'll be
guests
fun.
they've ever had on Drag Race, because there have been some sad ones.
Sponsored by American Airlines.
Yep. That's like with Project Runway, where they used to have sponsors like Mercedes and like I don't know, like crazy things. And the last time it's like Best Western now.
Why is that my favorite thing ever when they have shitty sponsors? Wet n Wild Cosmetics presents RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, yeah, they've done stuff from Wet n Wild on that show. They have.
Fierce Drag Jewels, and I'm like, was that even a website before? Did somebody from the show just create it?
Well, I'm like, just because you call something a jewel doesn't make it a jewel. That's what I want to say to those people.
That's your epitaph.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I don't know. This episode as a whole was real something. I don't even talk about the runway again. I think we covered what we could cover.
Well, let me just say this. Here's where the show and Ru's podcast fuck up. I mean, not everybody can be as great as what you're currently listening to, you guys. But they have on people that are current 9 months ago. So, like, Shania Twain's tour and her album dropped, that was like last summer. The girl from Claws, that show is not on right now.
Yeah, that's a mistake. But how could they do it, though? Maybe they just filmed too far in advance?
Don't have people on for reasons
to sell their shit.
Yeah, that are current. Like, it's not like somebody has a book coming out that week and they go on live with Kelly and Ryan. It's like, well, is the stuff we're promoting even going to matter 9 months from now?
Well, her album Now, which I think should have a question mark.
Now a warning.
Now an album?
Now. Oh my God. Vanjie. That is so fucking funny.
So, have you even heard it? I have not heard it.
Hell no. I heard one song. I may have even bought it on iTunes, but I forgot about it.
I sort of feel like we are the wrong people to be recapping this episode.
The whole show. We can't stay on topic and we just make fun of everything. I'm crying.
What are we good for?
Now an album.
We're not.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my God, come back. All right.
I'm back.
So, we know the runway was terrible. Who won? Eureka.
Eureka won, but because she came out as, goddamn you. Okay. I have to say, when she walked out in that challenge as the fat baby with no clothes.
Where were her nipples?
They were in the nipple relocation program. I don't know.
I'm like, where are her nipples? I could not see them. Like, they were not where you think they would be.
Well, when you got big blubbery.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, I totally thought, I'm like, now, even in that case, you would, okay, so think about this. That bib, covered her décolletage area, because I don't know what else to call it, clavicle.
Cleavage.
Whatever. And then, if you can't see them, looks like they would be underneath that, which would be like really alien freaky.
They'd be high. Maybe they're under her armpits.
Oh. Interesting.
Like, when there's that much skin. Like, this is part of the problem. Like, we're not even... I forgot what the point even was. I don't know where her nipples are. Send out the search party. But I was like, even though I totally hate all this, like, Ashley Graham, oh, body positivity, and it's like, stop. Nobody thinks you're fat, and nobody cares. Like, nobody cares.
Well, and the thing is they talk about before, like with Shangela wearing that fat suit. That's part of their shtick. That's part of Eureka's shtick.
Yeah, use it. I mean, you're not going to lose it, so use it there. That's a good quote.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose it, so use it in the challenge. And I totally give her props for that. Not for the body positivity reasons, but just for because it is the funniest thing she could have done, and she did it, despite it might be embarrassing.
Yeah, I totally applaud her for that. I thought it was the right choice. Could you imagine you're the big girl and you have this opportunity to like sell that shit, make Rue laugh, be successful, but you're like, no, I don't want anybody to think about me as the big. Okay, then go home.
Yeah. You know what was weird to me is not weird, but just something I noticed. Remember when they were showing the workroom and Aquaria told Eureka she couldn't wear that bonnet, and then she came out wearing it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, Aquaria wore the bonnet, and I'm like, there was nothing Little House on the Prairie that totally looked like a baby bonnet.
Well, it was fake drama.
Yeah, I guess that was what that was, but Aquaria totally disappeared, like they said, like she wasn't even there anymore because it was all about Eureka, and she hit the floor, and it was just great. And Michelle's like, oh my god.
Yeah, they were good. I did like them. And one thing on the runway, which made me like her when Rue called Blair St. Clair, little Suzanne Sugarbaker, that I suddenly liked her.
I know, I like Blair.
You throw that name on, Suzanne Sugarbaker, then I'm like, oh yes, queen! Before I was like, get her off the stage.
and Blair spoke up a little more in Untucked, and I liked her personality. Like, she's confident but not cocky.
Yeah, which hopefully she'll last. I mean, she's awfully nice. Well, they don't like to keep too many nice people around.
Yeah.
And I thought next week would be the Snatch game, but it's not. It's something else. I'm like, what's the holdup here?
They need to do a double-headed elimination. Or are they going to do that thing where they bring back everybody? Or is that only All-Stars?
I don't know. We definitely need a shock. We need a shocking Okay, so we know that Eureka won. The bottom two were Meh, Him Miller, and Monet. So, what do you think of that lip sync? It was to Shania's Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
I mean, when they showed Shania lip syncing to herself, I don't know. Monet did an amazing job because she is, like we said, that bar queen. I don't mean that in a bad way necessarily, but she's the brunch bar queen hostess that can really lip sync well, but the looks are not great. Okay,
so this is my thoughts. I really hate when they start ripping all their shit off as a stunt. As a stunt.
You can rip one thing off. One thing.
And better not be your wig.
Unless
you have a wig underneath it. Yeah, but she ripped her wig off and look what she had underneath it.
A bad wig.
A bad wig. And she ripped all her old costumes so she looked like shit. I personally do not enjoy that. That is not. Could you imagine going to non-drag race drag show and the queens are all coming out ripping all their costumes off during it?
No, I don't like it either. I think it's an expression of just like anxiety. They're actually freaking out and they're just taking it out by trying to play it off like it's part of the performance, but it's way too desperate. Even though oh my god, Mayhem, I can't remember her fucking name. I guess it won't matter anymore after today. Even though she was super forgettable, like at least she kept her outfit together. She had no neck though in that outfit, by the way. No neck.
No neck at all. And she looked like a JonBenet Ramsey.
She did.
In an alternate universe. Yeah, and with ripping the costume off, I mean, the only thing I could think of, maybe she was thinking, you know what? This does suck. I'm going to rip it off right in front of you. Maybe.
And she sure had a lot of crap hidden in there. I'm like, were you planning on lip syncing this whole time, or did you get a chance to go? Because that was a lot of things hidden in there.
And she sprayed that stuff in her hair like hairspray. What did she do that for? It's a stunt. Anymore, in Drag Race, if you come out and some bitch has a stunt, she wins. So just come out with a stunt.
It was in the lyrics, but it was a stunt.
The whole thing was a stunt.
Speaking of JonBenet Ramsey, can I just make a side note here? Have you seen the preview for that show, It Was Him?
No, what's that?
It comes on, I think, tomorrow on the Paramount channel, which apparently is a thing. The Paramount channel, and it's this guy, and he says that the same killer is the Zodiac killer, killed Joan Bonet, killed the girl from the Making a Murderer show, is the Black Dahlia killed all. They're trying to make it sound like one guy killed all of those people, and it's a complete. It's gotta be.
That sounds.
It's way unbelievable. It's gonna be a hot mess, and I can't wait to watch it. It's like a 6-part thing, but it's some guy. It's some guy whose dad was a serial killer, an admitted serial killer, and apparently, like, somebody threw some money at him and was like, let's make a documentary about this. So it's a 6-part thing where he's going to try and explain to the world how his dad killed everybody you've ever heard of. Lacey Peterson too.
That is ridiculous. That is like when the Discovery Channel had their Shark Week, and it was like supposedly evidence that there was a megalodon shark, and they have this like footage supposedly found, and it was all fake. That's what this sounds like to me.
Oh yeah, or Mermaid Week, like we talked about,
or the mermaid thing.
Yeah. I know, but I'm gonna watch it. I'll let you know. But at least the first one, just because I want to see. There was a scathing review in the Hollywood Reporter, but they didn't totally debunk it. So I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated. But I'm like, what are the chances that it's just like all the famous murders? It's stupid. The timeline doesn't make sense. It's dumb.
It's ridiculous. But you know what? It sounds like something entertaining, because I am like totally starved for entertainment. That is why I'm on eBay buying old shit. I need some stimulation, and I need it now. So you know what? I'm in.
You heard it here first.
I'm in. I'll watch it.
I'm watching it. So, okay. So, before they sent Cameron away, Rue was very generous and said, is there anything you want to say to Shania? And Cameron was like, oh my God, 20 years ago, I was such a big fan of yours.
I know. It was real, like, it was like,
it was like when they were talking to, on All Stars, when they were talking to, who was the one on All Stars? Dab, and they were all like, you bring that old school type of drag, that old prehistoric drag.
Like they said that to like a contestant?
Yeah, on this past season of, who was it down to, the top two? Trixie won, and who was the other?
Oh, there was Trixie, there was LaGuardia
Kennedy, yeah. When everybody was like, you remind me of Days Gone By drag. Like, it was, Cameron's like, and then on Untucked backstage, she went even further, and she was like, when I was little, I loved her. When I was a baby, I freaking loved her to death.
Oh my God.
Way back then, she was amazing. And I'm like,
my great-grandmother was a huge fan of yours.
Anyway.
Oh Lord, this episode, I guess it's not surprising this episode wasn't so great, because last week's was really good. So, they all can't be like that.
What's next week? They're going to do another musical number.
Is that what it was? I don't even remember.
I don't either. I can't remember. Well, we know it's not
Untucked or Snatch Game. Yeah, it's not Snatch Game. That's all we know. Oh well, we'll be watching it. We'll be talking about it. Thanks for listening.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
Thanks for listening to Drag Dungeon. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Follow our show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope at Drag Dungeon. See you next time.
I want to go down.